Today we are going to learn new lesson 2.5, that's name is Let's March. This topic has been written by Kailash Satyarthi. It's very inspiring lesson. Kailash Satyarthi, everyone knows who is Kailash Satyarthi. First of all, let me tell the meaning of Let's March. Let's March means let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Look, in this topic, we are going to learn about one social issue, that is child labor. And Kailash Satyarthi has been working to rescue little kids from child labor. He has expressed his experiences regarding in the rescue of child labor. First of all, let's discuss about Kailash Satyarthi, about that personality. Kailash Satyarthi was born in 1954. Is an Indian children's rights and education advocate and activist against child labor. Look, Kailash Satyarthi is one social worker working against child labor. He has been working against child labor. He is supporting for education of little kids, education for children. He has been specifically working for such kids who have been trapped in child labor. He founded the Bachao Andolan in 1980 and has acted to protect the rights of more than 83,000 children across 144 countries. Look, he is founder of Bachpan Bachao Andolan, which has been established in 1980, and he has rescued more than 83,000 children across 144 countries. Means he has not saved little kids from our India, but from whole world. He has saved more than 83,000 children from child labor, from little kids. It's really great work. And you must have known about such little kids, little children who works in the factory, in the hotels, in the other places, who are under 14 years age, and that's a crime. And Kailash Satyarthi has been working for such children. He is honored with many awards, including Nobel Peace Prize of 2014. He has been awarded, he is honored with many awards, including Nobel Peace Prize of 2014 for his greatest social work. He has been awarded with a lot of awards, and he has also got Nobel Peace Prize in 2014. Really? the whole world has recognized, has sensed, and has respect for Kailash Satyarthi as a social activist. So in 2014, he has been honored with Nobel Peace Prize. He had addressed this speech on the eve of Nobel Prize distribution ceremony, and he had addressed this speech on the evening of Nobel Prize distribution ceremony. In the evening of prize distribution ceremony, he had given one speech, and that speech is this lesson. What had he expressed in his speech? What were his feelings about such work about little kids? We are going to learn that speech as a topic here. Let's start this lesson. Part first. There are 3 parts. My dear children of world, your majesties, your royal highnesses, excellencies, distinguished means respected, prestigious, members of the Norway Nobel Committee, dear brother Tom Harkin, brothers and sisters, and my dear daughter Malala. First of all, he introduced some members, some social activist who has been helping him in his social work. He first of all addressed all little kids in the world, all respected personalities, some royal personalities, talented philosophers, writers, also respected members of the Norway Nobel Committee, also some social activists, Tom Harkin, brothers, sisters, and finally he took the name of Malala. Everyone must have known the name of Malala, Yusuf Malala. If you just typed Yusuf Malala on YouTube, then you would get detailed information about that social activist. She became the first youngest Nobel awardee for girls' education. She has been from Pakistan, and she has been working for girls' education in such area where many people were protesting her and her work. She has been doing the great work of giving education to little girls, but some people were opposing her, very strongly opposing her. They were too much troubling her. They had too much. They had threatened also. They had threatened her, and once some terrorist had attacked her, in which she had been shot in her head. She was so serious in that situation, but due to blessing of such little girls and all people, she had been saved from that attack, from that injury. After getting attacked from terrorists, she had not given up her work, but with new strength she started her work again. She had not been discouraged. She was not frightened to that attack. She had not given up her work, but with strong willpower, with new hope, she restarted her work again. And due to her great work, due to her courageous work, she has been awarded with Nobel Prize, and she became the first youngest lady to have Nobel Prize. Such Malala is there. Look what did Kailash Satyarthi tell in his speech. From this podium of peace and humanity, podium, platform, stage. From this podium of peace and humanity, I am deeply honored to recite a mantra from the ancient text of wisdom, Vedas. From the stage and platform of peace and humanity, Kailash Satyarthi has been deeply honored to get chance to recite a mantra from the ancient text of wisdom, that is Ved. He tells on that day he had been honored to get chance to recite a mantra from the ancient text of wisdom, that is Vedas. This mantra carries a prayer, an aspiration, a strong wish, an ardent wish, and a resolve that has potential power to liberate free humanity from all man-made crises. According to Kailash Satyarthi, that mantra carries a prayer, an aspiration, a resolve which has a power to liberate humanity from all man-made crises. Look, Kailash Satyarthi says those mantras carries a prayer, a strong wish and determination which has power to liberate humanity from all man-made crises. Crisis means problems, man-made problems. Look what did he say? Let's walk together. Kailash Satyarthi says we should walk together, we should live in unity. In the pursuit of global progress, not a single person should be left out or left behind in any corner of the world, from east to west, from south to north. While following global progress, according to Kailash Satyarthi, while living in this developed country, while following developing country, no single person should be left out or left behind in any corner of the world, from east to west and from south to north. No single person must be left in any corner of the world. In this today's age, everyone must go together. Everyone must have chance to progress themselves. Everyone must have all kinds of freedom. No single person should be left in any corner of this world. Kailash Satyarthi says that we all should go together in this developing world. Let's speak together. Let our minds come together. Second point, we should speak together. We should share our knowledge, share our happiness, sorrows with each other. We should cooperate each other in need. Our minds should come together. we should think positively, we should think with good thoughts for each other. So we should speak together, our minds should come together. Learning from the experiences of our ancestors, let us together create knowledge for all that benefits all. We should learn from the experiences of ancestors. We should learn from the experiences of our ancestors. By learning the experiences, we must create such knowledge which would be beneficial to all. So, we must learn from our ancestors, and on the basis of those experiences we should create such knowledge which would be beneficial to all. It means we should share wisdom to all. We should share our happiness, as well as we should take part. We should help in others' need, in others' sadness. We should try to aware others about good things, about education. I bow to my late parents, to my motherland, India, and to the Mother Earth. Kailash Satyarthi is paying his respect to his late parents, to our motherland, and to this Mother Earth. He has been greatly grateful to his late parents, to his motherland, as well as of this whole planet Earth. With a warm heart, I recall how thousands of times I have been liberated. Each time I have freed a child from slavery. With a warm feeling, with a kindful feeling, he has been recalling how thousands of times he had been freed. He had been liberated whenever he rescued a child from slavery. It means whenever he would rescue a child from slavery, at each time he himself had been rescued. He himself had been freed from his responsibility, from his duty. Thus, he had liberated thousands of children, and at each time he has been freed, he has been liberated. In short, Kailash Satyarthi want to say that in the happiness of little kids, he sees his own happiness. In the life of those little kids, he has been living. He sees his happiness on their smiling faces. The next line is the same. In the first smile of freedom on their beautiful faces, I see the God smiling. Whenever those little kids would be freed, at that time they would get so happy, they would be so pleased, and in the first smile of freedom on their beautiful faces, he would see God smiling. He would see the great happiness of those little kids. Kailash Satyarthi would be much satisfied after freeing such little kids. After getting freed such little kids, he would consider that's a God's work. whenever they would smile after getting freedom, Kailash Satyarthi would sense that God is smiling towards him. Really, Kailash Satyarthi has been doing the greatest work. I give the biggest credit of this honor to my movements Kalu Kumar, Dhoom Das, Adarsh Kishore from India and Iqbal Masih from Pakistan, who made the supreme sacrifice for protecting the freedom and dignity of children. Look, Kailash Satyarthi couldn't complete his challenge alone. He has been getting support, getting help of many his colleagues. It is not possible to do that challenging work alone. So he has been getting help of many his colleagues, many other social activists. So he has not forgotten them. So look, he gives the biggest credit of this honor to his movements Kalu Kumar, Dhoom Das, Adarsh Kishore from India and Iqbal Masih from Pakistan. According to him, those personalities have made the supreme sacrifice for protecting freedom and dignity of children. Look, Kalu Kumar, Dhoom Das, Adarsh Kishore, Iqbal Masih has been helping Kailash Satyarthi in his great work of child labor. They have not thought of their life also. They have made supreme sacrifice of many things to save little kids from child labor. So, Kailash Satyarthi has given the greatest credit of that success to those people, to those colleagues, really. No one can achieve the greatest success alone. They get help by many people. But after getting success, after getting a lot of money, it's not fair to forget those people. They might be our parents, they might be our teachers, they might be our close relatives, or they might be our friends. We must be grateful of them. Instead of them, we would not have been successful. That realization must be with us. And really, Kailash Satyarthi understood the support, the help of all his colleagues, and so he is thanking of those people. I humbly accept this award on the behalf of all such warriors, my fellow activists across the world and my countrymen. Kailash Satyarthi is accepting that Nobel Award on the behalf of all such warriors, also by his fellow friends who are social activists from whole world and also from his countrymen. Because according to him, that award is all of them who has supported in his project, in his work. So, he is accepting that Nobel Award by all sacrificers, warriors who had sacrificed their lives also. He is accepting that award on the behalf of his fellow social activists, also by his countrymen. My journey from the great land of Lord Buddha, Guru Nanak and Mahatma Gandhi, India to Norway is a connect between the two centers of global peace and brotherhood, ancient and modern. Look, Kailash Satyarthi says his journey from great land of Lord Buddha, Guru Nanak, Mahatma Gandhi, that is India to Norway, that journey is a connection between two centers of global peace, brotherhood, ancient and modern. It means he has been spreading global peace across the whole world. He has been spreading brotherhood, humanity in all over the world through his work. So he says his journey is a link between two centers of global peace and brotherhood, also between ancient and modern. Friends, the Nobel Committee has generously invited me to present a lecture. He tells that Nobel Committee had invited him respectfully, generously to present a lecture, to deliver a lecture. They expected a good speech from Kailash Satyarthi, but look, respectfully, I am unable to do that. But look, Kailash Satyarthi says he is not able to deliver the speech. What does he mean? Look, he accepts that Nobel Committee has generously invited him to present a lecture, but respectfully, he is unable to do that. Because I am representing here, what does he mean? Look, he is not able to present a lecture. What does he want to say? I am representing here the sound of silence. The sound of silence, unheard plea of the deprived, unheard request, unheard appeal of the deprived. Means there are many poor deprived kids. No one is hearing their sound. There are many such families, such kids who are not getting one time of food, proper education, and Kailash Satyarthi was there to represent the sound of such people, the cry of innocence and the face of invisibility. The face of invisibility, unnoticed the suffering of poor and innocent. Kailash Satyarthi was there for not giving a lecture, but according to him, look, Kailash Satyarthi says he is not there to just deliver his speech, but he is actually there to represent the sound of silence. It means he is there to represent the condition of poor people, the condition of poor little kids who has been neglected. I represent millions of those children who are left behind, and that's why I have kept an empty chair here as a reminder. Kailash Satyarthi says he is representing millions of those children who are left behind in the corner of the world, unprogressed, uneducated, and so he has kept an empty chair as a reminder to those little children, to those poor people who have been totally deprived from education from basic roots. Means Kailash Satyarthi is very sensitive about such poor people and poor out of school children, and for representing them he had been on that platform, and now he has told many experiences regarding such little kids. I have come here only to share the voices and dreams of our children because they are all our children. Gesture to everyone in the audience. Kailash Satyarthi says he had been there to share the voices and dreams of our little kids, our children. Because after all, they are all our little kids. After all, they were all our children. By telling he looks to everyone in the audience, I have looked into their frightened and exhausted eyes, tired. Kailash Satyarthi says he has looked into their frightened and tired eyes. I have held their injured bodies and felt their broken spirits. Kailash Satyarthi have held their injured bodies. Also, he has sensed their broken dreams, broken spirit. Now look one example. He is telling about one child who has been rescued by him. 20 years ago, in the foothills of Himalayas, I met a small, skinny, very slim, bony child laborer. 20 years ago, once in the foothills of the Himalayas, Kailash Satyarthi had met a small, bony child laborer. He asked me, is the world so poor that it cannot give me a toy and book instead of forcing me to take a gun or a tool? When that child had been rescued by Kailash Satyarthi, his first question was, he asked Kailash Satyarthi whether the world was so poor that it couldn't give him a toy and book instead of forcing him to take a gun or tool. It's really a heart-touching question by that little boy to Kailash Satyarthi, because that little child has been forced to take gun or tool to work instead of taking toy or book. Really heart-breaking question. Another one experience. I met with a Sudanese child soldier. Once he met one Sudanese child soldier, means a child who has been forced to become soldier, means not that good-natured person, but like a terrorist. He was kidnapped by an extremist militia. An army of trained civilians. Once he had been kidnapped by some terrorist. Once he had been kidnapped, that Sudanese child soldier had been kidnapped by some extreme terrorist. At his first training lesson, he was forced to kill his friends and family. Look, what a cruel training. he had got. What was his first training? His first training was to kill his friends and his family members, to make him the most cruel. Look, what was the fault of that boy? He asked Kailash Satyarthi what was his fault to kill his friends, to kill his family members. Really, it was not his fault. Means, look, from this example, what kind of people had been there, have been living nowadays. Some people, some youngsters don't become terrorists willingly. They are forced to become terrorists by telling them or by filling their thoughts with very worst things. They are totally forced to become terrorists against some people. I'm not taking the name of any country or any person, but I just tell you that not all people are bad, worst. Just some people behave very cruelly, and due to some group of people, we blame that group, the whole country. Just I want to say that due to just a small group of people, our relations get spoiled. Just we have to think carefully of such people, and then make our mind about who is good and who is bad, what is good and what is bad. Maybe just I'm telling that how that child had been forced to become a terrorist, and what was his first training? His first training was to kill his friends, to kill his family members. Friends, all the great religions teach us to care for our children. Kailash Satyarthi says all our religions, then that's Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Parsi, Jain, all kinds of religion teach to love and to care our little children, to little kids. Jesus said, let the children come to me, do not hinder them. Jesus, Christian religion, Jesus said, all children should go to him. Jesus says, don't hide don't hide their dreams, passions, because the kingdom of God belongs to them, because kingdom of God is of just them. So don't kill their dreams, don't destroy their dreams. The Holy Quran says, kill not your children because of poverty. The Holy Quran says, don't kill your little kids, your children because of poverty. Friends, there is no greater violence than to deny the dreams of our children. Look, Kailash Satyarthi says, there is no violence, no greater violence than to reject, than to refuse the dreams of our children. Therefore, I refuse to accept that all temples, mosques, churches and prayer houses have no place for the dreams of our little kids, for our children. Kailash Satyarthi strongly refuses to accept that all churches, all mosques, all prayer houses do not have place for the dreams of our children. It's really impossible. All religion teaches us to love and care of our little kids. Then, if someone says that the temples, mosques, prayer houses do not have place for our little kids, then it's refusable. And Kailash Satyarthi strongly refuses to accept that thing. I refuse to accept that world is so poor when just 1 week of global military expenditure can bring all the children to classroom. Someone says, some people says the world is so poor. No. Kailash Satyarthi strongly refuses because just 1 week of global military expenses can bring all deprived, all out school children in the school. So no one can say that the world is so poor. Everyone knows how much expenses did military section get. How much expenses had been there for protection of our country. And in the 1 week of that expenses, just 1 week of that expenses would bring all out of school children in classroom. So, if someone says that our world is so poor, it is not acceptable. It is not possible. So, Kailash Satyarthi strongly refuses. I refuse to accept that all laws, constitutions, police and judges are unable to protect our little kids, our children. Look, everyone knows in the whole world there are different kinds of laws for little kids. There are constitutions, there are a lot of policemen, judges. If they are not able to protect our little kids, then it is not excusable. It is not acceptable. It is strongly refusable. And Kailash Satyarthi strongly refused that thing. We can protect them. Our laws, our policemen, our judges, constitutions of all countries can definitely protect our little kids, their dreams. So, Kailash Satyarthi refuse this thing. I refuse to accept that the shackles of slavery, chains, can ever be stronger than quest for freedom, quest search. The chains of becoming slave, the chains of slavery cannot be stronger than search of freedom. So Kailash Satyarthi refuses to become slave of others, cannot be stronger than freedom. If we found our freedom, if we gave the freedom of our little kids, then no one can be slave. So, Kailash Satyarthi strongly refuses this thing. I refuse to accept here. Kailash Satyarthi refuses these things. My only aim in life is that every child is free to be child. What is the aim of Kailash Satyarthi? He says his only aim in life is that every child is free to be child. Every child is free to grow and develop. Every child should have freedom to grow and develop. Every child is free to eat, sleep and see daylight. Every child has freedom of eating, of sleeping and seeing daylight. Every child is free to laugh and cry. Every child is free to play and learn. No one can stop them for playing, for learning. Every child has freedom for education. Every child has freedom to dream, to set their goals, to set their aims and complete their aims. No one can deny these freedoms. They have freedom to grow and develop. They have freedom of eating, sleeping, enjoying their life. They have freedom of laughing, crying. They have freedom of playing and learning. They have freedom to go to school, and the most important, they have freedom to dream of their aims, to set their goals. So, no one can be left behind from any kind of freedom. I have the privilege of working, a special right of working with many courageous people who have the same aim. Kailash Satyarthi is telling that he got the special authority, special chance of working with many courageous people who had also same aim as like Kailash Satyarthi. Means he got the good company of social activists having the same aim of the social work. We have never given up against any threat or attack. We never will. Look, the work of Kailash Satyarthi is not easy, not straightway. Many barriers are there. Many people must have threatened them of killing, must have attacked them for their work of child labor, because that work may cause some difficulties for other people. So, a lot of people must have angry feeling, must have ill feeling for Kailash Satyarthi, and they must have tried to treat for stopping that work to Kailash Satyarthi. Some must have attacked also, but Kailash Satyarthi says they have never given up for such threat, for such attack, and they would never give up in future also. Look, it means they are doing their work courageously, without getting discouraged, without getting afraid to any threat, any attack. We have made progress in the last couple of decades. Decade means a period of 10 years. Kailash Satyarthi says we have made progress in last 20 years. We have reduced the number of out of school children by half. In last 20 years, we have stopped the number of out school children by half. We have reduced the number of child laborers by third. Next achievement is we have reduced the number of child laborers by third. We have reduced child mortality. Child mortality means death rate of little kids, and malnutrition, a lack of adequate food supply, a lack of adequate food. Kailash Satyarthi says we have reduced child death, child mortality, also malnutrition. We have prevented millions of child deaths, and thus we have prevented millions of child deaths. It means it's true that in last 20 days many achievements have been there. But look what does Kailash Satyarthi says. But let us make no mistake, great challenges still remain. We have achieved this achievement. It doesn't mean that we have achieved all total achievement, total progress. No. We should not do such mistake, because great challenges still remain there. Friends, the biggest challenge or biggest crisis knocking on the door of mankind is fear and intolerance. According to Kailash Satyarthi, the biggest challenge and biggest crisis which is knocking on the door of mankind, that is fear and intolerance. Impatience. Intolerance means impatience. That is the biggest crisis according to Kailash Satyarthi. Fear and intolerance, and we have been facing these difficulties which should be removed. Okay? Part in next lecture.